I welcome you all to Learning Module 2, which revolves around taking a position essay on a healthcare related controversial issue. Let's open this folder. First of all, before you complete all the assignment and this learning module, make sure you feed yourself. In other words, make sure you check out all the resources on the useful resources page. It has resources that shows you how to construct strong, debatable thesis statement for the introduction of lesson number 2. Okay, it has a 2 websites that show different example of healthcare related controversial issues. So check these websites to find out a great controversial issue for your essay number 2. Actually, it has an example outline with our sources. Okay, check it out so that you can do likewise. You can construct a powerful outline without sources before you start drafting your essay number 2. Before you start writing the work draft of your essay number 2. There are other resources that we need to check out. This one is very important. It shows you the guideline for essay number 2, how to construct the introduction, how to construct the body paragraphs, how to construct the conclusion of your essay number 2. Let's look at this. For example, it shows you in your essay, and at the bottom of your conclusion, you're supposed to have a statement telling, stating your position on the healthcare related controversial issue. And before the statement, there should be some background info regarding the controversial issue. Let's take an example. Suppose you are interested in writing an essay agreeing that marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States because of potential medical or potential financial and medical benefits. That's what you see right here is your thesis statement, 2 parts. Marijuana should be legalized from sea to shining sea, throughout the United States. That's your position. Reasons? Because of potential financial and medical benefits. Two reasons. 2 reasons for your position. And see something here, a very important note. Make sure you list, you sequence your reasons well. If you have 2, the most important one should be listed lastly, and the least important, and the other one should be here. 4. That means the reason that is listed here is the most important one. The reason that is listed before it is the second most important one. The reason that's here is the third important one, and this reason is the least important of the 4 reasons. So in our example here, marijuana should be legalized because of potential financial and medical benefits. Pay attention to the sequence. because of potential financial and medical benefit. That means, and the whereas the financial benefits, the medical benefits are more important than the financial benefits. Okay, marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States because potential financial and medical. That's very important. There is something in English called proportion. When you go to the body paragraph, okay, you develop the first listed reason, which is marijuana should be legalized because of potential medical benefit. After that, you will have a longer paragraph, okay, to discuss the more important reason of the two, which is medical benefits. So if you have a reason, the paragraph that discusses this reason should be the longest paragraph of your essay. The paragraph that discusses this reason should be the second longest paragraph of the essay. Okay, the paragraph that discusses this reason should be longer than the paragraph that discusses the first reason. The paragraph that discusses the first reason should be the shortest paragraph of the four, okay? For proportion's sake. So it's logical. You're supposed to spend more time on the on the reason you think is the more important reason. Marijuana should be legalized because of potential financial and medical benefits. So based on this statement, the more important reason is medical benefits. That means the body paragraph, you will spend more time detailing and supporting the medical benefits, okay? In this paragraph, then you spend on in the paragraph on the financial benefits, okay? But before, as I said before, to have a complete introduction, you're supposed to have also a background information section. So before this statement, I'm the last statement of the first paragraph of the essay, and the introduction of the essay. So supposed to have background information. And this is important. Marijuana, what could be background information? It's up to you. Do some research. For example, you can decide to do research on different names for marijuana. You can use that information. You can decide to do research when or can say the history of marijuana. That should be part of background information. You can also decide to do research to see when marijuana became the legalization of marijuana became a controversial issue in the United States. That's very important. You cannot just tell me you want marijuana to be legalized because of potential financial and medical benefits without telling me, first of all, there has been a controversy in the United States regarding the legalization of marijuana. Okay, you understand that? The background info allows the thesis statement to glide well. In other words, it serves as a gliding path for the thesis statement. Okay, let's see whether I can come up with an example right here. If you have an example of background, you can search it. Marijuana, also known as cannabis, okay, has been cultivated and used throughout the world for centuries. You have a source to support that. Then you go in the United States, there have been debates regarding its legalization. In fact, some states, including Massachusetts and Colorado, have legalized it, while other states have voted it down again and again. Okay, the debate is far from over, so it's it's difficult not to take a side. Don't you see how the background information a serve has a gliding path for operation? Now you can say marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States, that means from sea to shining sea, because of potential medical and financial benefits. There's something very important that I should point out. How did we come with the thesis statement that marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States because of potential financial and medical benefits? It says through research. First of all, you have to understand your right to learn and to communicate. Learning means doing research. Through research, through research, you're able to find several articles and other type of sources. You learn from them, you feed yourself, and by doing so, you become an expert on the controversial issue. Okay, if you are an expert on the controversial issue, you can speak about it or write about it even in your dream. And this example, marijuana should be legalized because of potential medical and financial benefits. You find that this statement, you came up with that statement through research. Okay. What are the keywords? We enter keywords. Marijuana legalization, not sentences, keyword. One keyword is marijuana. Another keyword is legalization. Marijuana legal. What do you want to find? The debate. Or marijuana legalization pros and cons. Pro means to find arguments for the legalization of marijuana, and cons mean. Okay, so 4 keywords: marijuana legalization, pros, cons. So that will lead you to several resources regarding the arguments for the legalization of marijuana and the argument against it. If you don't do that, instead you can just use 3 keywords: marijuana legalization arguments. That will work too. Or marijuana legalization debate. You see? Legalization debate. All these keywords will lead you to resources regarding the legalization of marijuana. You can hear all these resources. So you get them, you read them, you take notes. As you take notes, you will come up, for example, with 50 reasons as to why marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States, and probably 15 reasons as to why it's not a good idea as to why marijuana should not be legalized. But you have to write a small paper. You cannot write a small paper on all these reasons. You have to focus on 3 reasons, 4 reasons, or 2 reasons for your question. In our example, we decided to focus on just 2 reasons. What are the 2 reasons we decided to focus on? We decided to focus on 2 fine reasons. One is medical benefits of marijuana, and the other one is financial benefits of marijuana. Okay? We know we'll be able to support all. We'll be able to support these 2 reasons because we found it. To doing research. So now we have 2 reasons we want to focus on, and we have to weigh them in our mind. We have to say which reason is the more important of the 2, and we answer the more important is medical benefits. So in our mind, medical benefits are more important than financial benefits when it comes to the legalization of marijuana. Now, we can construct a thesis statement. Marijuana should be legalized throughout the United States because of potential financial and medical benefits. Why we say financial first? Because in our mind, we think the medical benefits are more important than financial benefits. I think that's really clear. You do that for any issue. If you want to write your essay agreeing for the legalization of supervised injection sites, supervised injection sites, you do the same thing. You do research to find the argument for it and the argument against it. Or if you end up having 4 reasons for your position that supervised injection sites should be allowed throughout the United States, you will have the 4 reasons here. The most important reason should be listed here, the second one before it, the third one before it, before this reason should be listed. Let me start again. The most important reason should be listed last, and the second most important reason should be listed before it. Okay, and the least important reason should be listed first. Should be listed first. And then same thing with the example of for legalization of marijuana. You're supposed to have background info regarding the issue to allow your thesis statement to glide well. Now let's look, at the introduction of the example essay with notes, and to see how it follows this guideline for introduction. Okay, the example essay is right here. Click on it. The example essay is going to come up, and we're going to have a deep dive into it. Okay, so that you can understand, to what extent it follows the guideline for introduction. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, I have note for in parentheses that explain everything. Okay, so make sure in the margin that explain everything, make sure you check them out. Okay, look at the introduction. The essay is taking a position on the issue that has nothing to do with discuss, on a controversial issue that has nothing to do with it, but it's the same concept, the same thing. You are asked to write an essay on a healthcare related controversial issue. This essay is taking a position on a different issue, whether or not literature is beneficial, whether or not reading books, story, plays, novels is important, is beneficial. It's a controversial. People are divided in it. Some people are for, there are reasons they are for, the people are against it, there are reasons as to why they are against it. The student did the same thing that I just explained. The student went online, the student go to google.com, and the search bar, the student enter literature, the keyword, literature importance, or literature benefits. The possibility, literature value. Based on these keywords, the student will be able to find several multiple resources. Okay, multiple resources. But for example, the student came up with probably 50 reasons, 50 benefits of literature. But the student said, well, after a small essay, I'm not going to focus on all the 50 reasons. Let me focus on just 5 of them. Okay, the student decided to focus on 5. And the student decided on 5 reasons, the student weighed them in the student mind, and based on that, the student constructed the thesis statement that you see here at the bottom of the introduction. Let's read it together. The literature is important. Okay, that's the position on the issue. The literature is important for the following reasons. Now, to have a complete statement, to have your position as well as the reason. Look at the first reason. It entertains, it enhances writing skill, boosts critical thinking skill, serves as a historical source, and has the power to change the world. If you count here, what you see, the student decided to focus on 5 reasons, and the student lists them. The student lists the 5 reasons, I put a note for you here, in terms of importance. What does that mean? The reason that is listed here is the most important reason. The reason that is listed here is the second most important reason. The reason that is listed here is the third important reason. The reason that is listed here is the fourth important reason. And this reason is the least important of the 4. As I just explained, before the thesis statement, you're supposed to have what we call background info. And the situation is background info about the literature. And I example to background info about marijuana, the legalization of marijuana. So, the student, for example, decided to provide, based on research, to provide the future of the literature. The student decided to say that based on research that the literature has been around for centuries. The student decided to include different types of words. The student decided to say clearly, support their research. There have been a debate regarding the importance of the literature. Some people think it's important, other people think it's not important. And that serves as a guiding path for what you see for the last sentence. That has the student position on the issue as well as the reasons for the position. I think that should be clear for you. I'm not going to talk now about how sources are used in the introduction, okay, to support different things. I'll create another video explaining how you're supposed to use sources this way. If you want to refer the other video, you can look here. I have resources that explain how the student was able, okay, to incorporate sources this way. Okay, I think that you're going to nail it. I think you're going to construct a great introduction, okay, for your essay number 2. Now we're going to shift to the body paragraphs. How to construct the body paragraphs of your essay number 2. For that, we're going to go back to this resource. Remember this resource. Remember in our example here, we have 4 reasons. Reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, reason 4. So that means the first body paragraph is going to discuss the first reason. The second body paragraph, a bigger paragraph. You see why I explain? A bigger paragraph is going to discuss the second reason. Okay, following the structure, following the PIE method, P-I-E. So the first sentence of the paragraph we tell the reader the position that is going to be discussed at the P of the PIE method. After that, there will be several sentences constructed with support from outside sources that support the first the first sentence, I mean the topic sentence. Okay, that's it clearly the reason the paragraph is going to solution. And after that, there should be a few sentences, a commentary, kind of showing the reader that the use evidence really support your point. So you have some type of commentary or explaining out a little bit for the reader before you move to your second reason. So after that, you said the second reason is going to be discussed following the same structure, the PI method. I have a resource for you in that session that explains the PI method very well, that is simplified for you. Okay, so the second body paragraph, the bigger paragraph, is going to follow the same thing. The first sentence will tell the reader, oh, this reason is going to be discussed. And after that, there will be several sentences that support the first sentence. And after that, a commentary for you, explanation for it. So, PI method. P, position on the issue, the topic sentence. After that, I, information. The evidence, provide the evidence. Several sentences that provide all the evidence. Okay. And after that, what happened? An explanation, a commentary. You provide some type of commentary. And after that, what happened? An even bigger paragraph will discuss the third reason and following the same structure, the PI method. Okay, following, and then after that, what happened? The biggest paragraph of the essay following the PI method, topic sentence, the position. Okay, the first sentence, several sentences, several support sentences. Okay, several sentences that support the first sentence, and after that, the commentary section. Okay, you see that? Or you follow? So let's take an example. The same example we had earlier, familiar, that several of you are familiar with. Marijuana should be legalized because of potential financial and medical benefits. So the first one paragraph, the first we discuss the financial benefits. There could be a sentence like the legalization of marijuana will benefit the country as a whole financially. That's another way to say to restate this reason here, to tell the reader, I'm going to discuss the first reason of each one, but the system we created was marijuana should be legalized because of potential financial benefits. So since legalization of marijuana will benefit the country as a whole financially, so you just tell the reader in a fancy way that we're going to discuss the financial benefit of marijuana. After finishing doing that, you're supposed to show it. You're supposed to provide sources. You can come up with sources based on your research. You're supposed to come up with sources that show the legalization of marijuana, create farming job, research for that. But after the marijuana it's harvested, it has to be processed. That creates job as well. After it's processed, it has to be transported. It has to create job for truck drivers, and it has to be sold at dispensers. That creates further job. You see, you can find several sources. You can have a long paragraph showing which are supported by outside sources. Okay, outside sources supporting the statement that you are. Remember that statement? The legalization of marijuana will benefit the country as a whole financially. But after doing so, you should not go directly to the more important reason of the two. That's the medical benefit. You're supposed to have some type of commentary. For example, you can say all the money, commentary explanation, all the money from that's a commentary from the legalization of marijuana will amount to millions, if not billions, of dollars. That money could be used for school, for wars, and other necessities of this country. Could you imagine how powerful that is? Exactly a powerful commentary from you. Okay. So after doing that, you can move. You can move to the bigger reason that you have, that marijuana will be beneficial for the cashew medicine. How are you going to do that? We're going to follow the same structure. We're going to cover a statement indicating the reader. We're going to discuss the more important of the two benefits. Let me repeat the thesis statement regarding the legalization of marijuana. Marijuana should be legalized because of potential financial and medical. You've done financial benefit. Now we're going to discuss medical benefits in a bigger paragraph. Okay? You can say more importantly. You can start with more importantly. Okay? The legalization of marijuana will provide tremendous medical benefits. I mean, that's a fancy way to restate the bigger reason of the two. And after you do that, you provide support. If you don't know, if you want to do more research, you go online. You can just go online, go to go.com, type in marijuana medical benefit. You're able to find tons of medical benefits of marijuana. Okay, some of it. For example, you're able to find marijuana can help people who have vomiting issues, okay, anxiety issues. Marijuana can help reduce pain of some people with cancer. You provide all these benefits. Okay, you don't have to know them now. You do research. That's the whole point of this elementary life, to do research. Use the right keyword to get to know everything you need to know. Okay, and after you finish detailing in the bigger paragraph all the benefits, all the medical benefits of marijuana, you're supposed to have some type of commentary. What it's up to you to decide how you're going to do that. For example, here you can say we do a good disservice to those suffering people if we will not allow them to take advantage, okay, of this great help that the legalization of marijuana will offer. That would be a powerful commentary from you. Okay, there are other ways to construct this part called explanatory. I will discuss some of them later. Okay, so that's that. But there's another thing. After you finish developing all the reason why for your position, you're supposed to have another paragraph for counter argument. You see, I have that for you. You're supposed to have another paragraph for counter arguments. And this paragraph, we're going to try to mention an argument, a major argument from the other side. Probably could find one of the biggest arguments for some people are against the marijuana. If you don't know that, you can do another research. Go online, you can type in, for example, marijuana legalization. That's the keyword. Cons, C-O-N-S. That will show you different reasons why some people are against the marijuana. Marijuana legalization drawback or problem. So you're able to, and also like when we research earlier, like marijuana legalization debate, you're able to find the argument from the other side. Take the biggest one they have, and respond to it. So when you do that, you're able to convince the people you want to convince. For example, the people who are against the action of marijuana by doing a good job of developing the reason why you are for the election of marijuana, and also by attacking, by responding to the best reason they have. Let's see an example here. One of the reasons some people are against, they are medical, whether for medical reason or whatever, they say marijuana is a gateway drug. Marijuana is a gateway drug. Okay? Which means that today is marijuana, tomorrow will be higher drug, including cocaine. So with that, now that you can construct, you can start the first sentence of your counterargument paragraph. You can start it with however. That's the transition from the restricting a little bit. However, some people are strongly against the legalization of marijuana on the ground that it's a gateway drug, or alleging that it's a gateway drug, which means that today is marijuana, tomorrow will be a higher drug, including cocaine and whatever is out there. Okay, so that's what they say. So your job after that, and the remainder of the paragraph, is to respond to that. How you respond to that is up to you. You can say, for example, you and your friends have smoked for many years. You have never thought of shifting to other drugs. It's all personal. And then you're going to provide more support. You're going to say, in fact, well-renowned studies have shown that marijuana doesn't have the domino effect alleged by people who are against it. So that's what it is. And after you finish that, you conclude your essay. You can repeat the thesis statement using different words, okay? Because you're going to repeat the same way it is. And then after that, you have a call to action. And the simple call to action maybe it's high time for the President of the United States and the U.S. Congress to work together to make marijuana finally legal throughout the United States. If they refuse to do so, voters in Massachusetts and Colorado should take the matters in their own hand. That's it. So we see that, we understand how the body, or that is supposed to construct your body, how to construct the conclusion of your essay. Let's look at our example essay to see how the student was able to follow the introduction. Let's look at the body paragraph to construct following the PI method. Let's take an example. Let's keep that. That's good. Remember, the thesis statement is right here. The literature is important for the following reason. It entertains, it enhances writing skills, boosts critical thinking skills, serves as a historical source, and has the power to change the world. So the student developed the first reason and the first body paragraph. After that, what happened? In a bigger paragraph, the student discusses the second reason, you see, following the PI method. Look at it. The student, I just finished discussing the entertainment value of literature. Now I'm going to discuss the second reason, that literature has the power to change. That's the P of the PI method. And then after that, the student provide support, outside sources, to support what the student, the first sentence. And after that, what happened? At the end, the student has some type of commentary. The student have resources here, because that's student commentary. Look at what the student put. You can read carefully. If reading and writing about literature help the above mentioned people develop and boost their writing skill, it should also do likewise for college students who apply themselves. The sources they here. Unfortunately, modern literature courses provide them the platform to do so. And these courses, students read and respond to literary works analytically. If they build on or practice those skills, they may become good writers. So that's a student commentary. But then the problem is sources are used in the commentary section. No sources are needed. It's kind of you provide some type of commentary, and we can go to the in an even bigger paragraph. The student is going to detail the 10 section. I mean, this paragraph should be longer than the paragraph that discusses the second reason. Follow the paragraph is going to follow the parameter. You see the parameter. If you click here, you're going to find the resources, a resource that explains the parameter. And the if resources page, there are 2 resources that further explain. So check this thing out. So the same thing, the student. Furthermore, literature has the ability to increase active readers' critical thinking skills. This is the third reason. So furthermore, I'm going to discuss the third reason. That's in addition, provide support for that. The student have several support sentences, and after that, what happens? The students have some type of commentary for the E of the PI method. The student do likewise for reason number 4 and for reason number 5. And before the student conclude, the student has a paragraph for counter argument. For counter argument, the student start the paragraph with however, okay, as I just explained a few minutes ago. Let's look at it. You don't have to read it. You will read it in your own time. Okay. However, read that correctly. If you read very carefully, you know clearly the student is mentioning an argument from the other side. The student going to attack the argument. The student, attack the other arguments right here. Respond to the argument right here. And after that, the student concludes the essay by repeat the reason why the student think literature is important. Okay, the reason the student research, and then the student have a call to action. Okay, given all the above listed reasons, the student recommend that all the readers carve out enough time every day to immerse themselves in works of literature, including short stories, plays, novels, etc. So this essay is very important. So make sure you read it another person to understand its structure. But as you can see, this essay is long because you're constructed for the honors program. Yours doesn't have to be that long, which should not be that long. Yours should be just can be just a 3-page essay from the introduction to your content, double space. This one is longer because it was written for the honors program. So if you need more info regarding your essay number 2, feel free to contact me to schedule a appointment with me to navigate. I'll be more than happy to further help you. Before I say goodbye here, I want to show you other things that are very important. Let's see what I can get there. So I'm going to Blackboard again for the resources you're supposed to check out. I'm going back to your class. Okay, I'm going back to your class. Okay, your class is right here. Okay, to show you additional resources you should not ignore. So, here, go back here to this folder. Useful resources. Okay, as you can see here, 2 resources that further explain the parameters. Check them out because these resources will help you construct the body paragraph of your essay while following the PI method, which I just explained. P means position of topic sentence. I means information, that means support sentences. Sentences, support sentences based on research to support the first sentence. And after that, E, some type of commentary, explanation for it. You can further explain things out. You can further explain things out. Okay, that's the E of the PI method. Okay, this might be one. That's probably okay. I can take another example right here to further explain the PI method. Okay, suppose you're a lawyer, you have a client, you can come to market basket and then goes to buy something. The client is accused of shoplifting. Call the police. John Doe, the client, get arrested. Now John Doe was put in jail. It's in front of the judge. You, the defense lawyer, trying to let John Doe go back home free. Okay, so in your thesis statement, okay, you can say my client John Doe is not guilty of the charges, okay, of the shoplifting charges, based on witnesses and video clips from market basket. So you have two reasons: witnesses, one, video clip. You can see video clips. Last, that means the video clip argument is the more important of the two. Now you are in the body paragraph, developing the first reason, following the PI method. That means witnesses. You can say witnesses from witnesses of the incident clearly show my client according to him, my client John Doe is not guilty of the charges. That is the P of the but after you're supposed to provide the I information, that means evidence, support evidence. So support one of the witnesses is Kajin. You can say whenever you say Kajin, a professor at community college, okay, state on the oath that the shoplifter was somebody else. And after that, you have another one, okay, the president of the community college, Bill, was also there. He said the same thing on the oath, the shoplifter was somebody else. That's the alpha. What about the E? In a situation, you can decide to further explaining for the jury or the judge, okay, to make them understand the powerfulness of the witness statement. We can say, members of the jury, judge, you weren't there, I wasn't there either, but these two well-respected people witnessed, saw the whole thing, and they just testify on their oath somebody else was the shoplifter. You have no other choice than to conclude my client is innocent. Don't you see how the E of the PI method is used here? You know what I mean? How you further explain things out. And you do likewise for the video clip, the bigger one. You spend more time on that because it's the bigger of the two arguments that you have, of the two reasons that you have. So you can say, more importantly, video clips from market basket showed the shoplifter was somebody totally different. Okay, that's the P. Now, so we provide the I mean for information, evidence. Okay, so now what can we play the video clip? Okay, for the judge. Okay, that's the judge seeing everything. The members of the jury, for the judge, the members of the jury. And what happened after that? You cannot say, oh, they get it, I'm done. No, you have to go to the E. You have to fleshing out, further explaining. And see, so you can say, okay, you look at the eyes of the person in the video. His eyes is blue, the bluest eyes I've ever seen. But my client's eyes are green. Okay? What else? Look at the person's ears. The person in the video is his ears like rabbit's ears. My client is actually different. Judge and member of the jury, there was no doubt that that the shoplifter was somebody else. My client, John Doe, is clearly innocent. I think that should nail it for you. Okay, so what is this true? The first one, it's a YouTube video, and the second one is a text-based resource that further explained by method. Okay, everybody, I should be able to do a good job following by method. And then a last resource that's very important, that explains when to quote, when and how to quote, paraphrase, and so on. So when you have the sources from, when you have these articles or whatever type of resources to support your arguments, you're supposed to decide how you're going to use the borrowed info. Are you going to quote using word for word? Or are you going to paraphrase? Are you going to summarize? Are you going to use a combination of words from the text in your own words? You see, so this the resources you're going to find here will explain clearly when you're supposed to quote, when you're supposed to paraphrase, and when you're supposed to summarize. More importantly, they also will explain how you're supposed to do so. Check them out. Everybody, that's all. I'm available to further help you. If you need further insight, feel free to go to navigate and schedule appointment with me. If this is time are good for you, email me your available time. I'll be more than happy to look at my schedule and figure a good time that works for you and for me. Furthermore, you're supposed to take advantage of the SEC Writing Center. There are great resources there they stand ready to help you with all your assignments. Take advantage of it. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay. Tell me the assignment you have done. I will show you how to do it. Okay, actually, can you share your computer with me? Yeah, share your screen. Oh, I didn't see your screen.